Hello, my name is Tony Dickel. So, how many of you keep to-do lists? Most of you, I'm sure. But how many of you notice that you don't always attend to the most important thing on those lists? If this describes you, don't worry, you're not alone. There are many reasons why we may not attend to what's important in the appropriate moments. Moments that we call moments of choice. Moments when we have the opportunity to do something that takes us in the direction of something that's important to us, perhaps a goal or perhaps a value, perhaps just some way that we would like to show up in a particular situation. The problem for many of us is that we may either A, not notice the opportunity at all, we might simply forget, or B, we may notice, but instead of taking the chance to do something that serves the goal, we might do something else instead. Either way, one moment at a time, we go off track. Actions remain not done, plans may be ignored, goals unmet, and as a result, dreams might even go unfulfilled. This kind of thing particularly happens when we're looking to change a deeply wired behavioral pattern in service of a desired outcome. For example, we might be working on being a better, more patient listener in service of improving leadership skills or perhaps relationships. Perhaps we tend to interrupt people, or maybe we roll our eyes when we disagree with what's being said. The moment of choice in this case is a moment where there's the opportunity to practice the new desired behavior of allowing the other person to fully express themselves. If we don't notice, or if we notice but make the choice to allow the old pattern to run, then the old behavior and all of its associated consequences will continue to happen. As we say, if you do what you always did, you're going to get what you always got. We need to remember and execute the new strategy, the new behaviors that we're practicing in the very moment of choice where it matters, so that we can move in the right direction and get the outcomes that we are desiring. So, what can we actually do to make it more likely that we do the things we need to do at the right time so we can be who we would like to be? I'm going to start with a bold statement that we don't do things because of language, but instead we do them because of emotion. What I mean by this is that we can write down something on a to-do list, and that's a great start. But unless we can bring back the emotional charge we felt when we first wrote the item in the first place, we still might not do it even if we reread the list. Given this, it's important that desired actions serve goals that are, as we call them, well formed. And that means that they're capable of inspiring the necessary action in the moment of choice. A well formed goal, provided that it can be remembered in that moment, has the necessary emotional component that can power us forward past the autopilot of our mental and behavioral habits. So, summing up, the keys to a well formed goal are one, that it is created in a way that make it more likely to be remembered, or if you wish, more available to the mind in that moment of choice. And that two, once it's remembered, it can bring up the necessary emotional component that can then power us past the autopilot of habitual thoughts, feelings, or actions that might get in the way. So, if you would like to know more about how to help create goals that can inspire action in those key moments, join our upcoming webinar, Well Formed Goals, Goals That Work. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.